like it or not. Ohtani's new contract with the Dodgers.
Oh, I love it. What is it? $700 billion? Oh, I'm sorry, million. I'm close to a billion. But by the time this contract's done, it might be $1 billion because there's some holes here. Somebody asked me this week. They're like, "Well, how are they able to pay him? But they're not going to be able to cover it. He's going to get less money this year and then take the minimum and then defer it."
The whole thing.
And I'm like, is there something about this contract we don't know? And that's why I'm a little bit concerned. As we're taping this right now, some information might come out between now and then, so people will be like, Tariq doesn't know what he's talking about because they just released this. But I'm a little confused on this contract.
Well, we've seen this before in football. I mean, Ohtani guarantees the Dodgers' relevance for a long time because he's taking less money up front. Is Tom Brady. This is what Brady did and what helped New England become the dynasty they became because he took less than market value and backloaded a lot of the stuff.
Sure.
So your salary cap, which the baseball doesn't have to worry all that much about, was always friendly to New England.
Yeah, but again, we're starting to see things happen with Brady where that kind of makes sense as to why he was willing to take less from a franchise. And I think as we move forward, we'll see more from that. Look, I think there is something we don't know about this contract because it doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint. Forget about lack of interest payments from the Dodgers. How about just the interest you're losing period by making $700 million what it is now versus what it's going to be a decade from now.
I guess he's taking it interest free.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. There is something that we don't know.
Is there a Bobby Bonilla deal somewhere along the
line?
No.
Well, I mean, maybe they restructure. I don't know if you could, I don't know what the restructure situation is in baseball. It doesn't exist, right?
My other thing is I'm wondering 10 years down the line if the Dodgers are taking this on the chin somehow. But I don't know. The value of the total contract continues to shrink as inflation chips away at it over 10 years. It's an amazing deal for them.
The big rumor is they agreed to backload it and they agreed to give them all this money because they're going to sell the team at year 10, right? They're going to reap all the benefits, sign these players, try and win a couple World Series, make that profit, and then unload it to somebody.
The one thing I was disappointed in is that he didn't somehow let the Angels know that this was going to happen. Not necessarily the Dodgers, but the Angels mortgaged their future, sold all this stuff up to try to make the playoffs and make it appealing to Ohtani. And as a franchise now, the Angels are totally screwed.
And by the way, the Giants made some sort of similar offer to try to get him over there. So listen, it's the boat. You don't want to let him at least leave the state. But I mean, I'm not quite sure how this is really going to play out for this team going forward. Like, all right, you get a couple of championships. Of course, everybody will love them. Dodgers are a great franchise, and maybe you pay them on the back end with that money already sitting there. But this might be some ownership deal. I have no idea.